change for me. I like you just the way you are now. Don't pray for me.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, so here's a follow-up to the last video, or one of the last videos that I did. This video right here. One thing I forgot to mention in my system layout, my wiring diagram, is the actual wiring. So let's go through this really quickly. Um, I won't bore y'all to death, won't talk your ear off, but for my power cable, I am using Down for Sound Shop 4 gauge 100% OFC power cable or power wire. I'm running that all the way from the battery back to a couple of distribution blocks, and it splits off into 4 gauge for my kicker amp. It splits off into 4 gauge for my Zapco LX 150.2, and then 8 gauge for my Zapco ST4XSQ 4-channel amplifier. And it absolutely works perfectly. Under the hood, I've changed the factory battery and went with an Optima red top. Was going to go with a yellow top, but I didn't feel that I needed it. And I was considering one of those XS power not amplifiers. I was considering one of those XS power batteries, but I didn't feel the need, and the Optima red top serves me perfectly well. And then lastly, I did a big 3 upgrade with the power. I've read that they recommend going at least 2 gauge or 1/0, but I decided to go with 4 gauge. So the factory big 3 alternator power wiring is fairly thin, as you all know, and I did 4 gauge OFC, just the same as my power wire that's running to the back, and it fits perfectly. It worked out perfectly. I saw a slight increase in my voltage, and my voltage remains consistent even when I'm playing my system at full tilt. My battery, my lights don't dim, my alternator doesn't whine, car doesn't shake, nothing flickers. I mean, I got the perfect setup. I got lucky with it, I guess, but it's the absolute perfect setup, and I have no need to change a thing. And then I know I just said lastly, but lastly, as far as my interconnect cables go, my RCA cables, I am running Stinger 8000 series RCAs. From the front to back, I have a 4 gauge RCA going to the back, and I believe a 2 gauge going into my Dayton audio. I believe so. Something like that. And then from the Dayton, it splits off to more Stinger 8000 series that go directly into my amplifiers. So that is my setup as far as speaker wire goes. I believe I'm using 12 gauge OFC Down for Sound Shop speaker wire. And I forget the other brand. If I can remember it, I'll put up a screenshot. But it's pretty straightforward, man. That's pretty much it. I'm not running 8 gauge wire to my sub. All you need is at least 12 gauge. That'll be enough. I know some people run 8 gauge. For the power that I'm running, only up to 1,000 watts RMS. I don't need it. And then for my other internal speakers, 100 watts and maybe 70 watts, I don't need anything more than 12 gauge. So I am good to go there. And then I'm good to go here with one song. I can't do anything about car audio without leaving y'all with at least one song. So here we go. I'm gonna leave y'all with an SQ song. Not gonna play any heavy bass this time. Just some pretty good SQ. Think it sounds good to me. Hopefully it sounds good to y'all.
Don't change for me. I like you just the way you are now. Don't pray for me. I did this on my own and I got this far now. And I'll get higher with it. My thoughts are lighter with it. Just to let you know I did